Greetings. So, before I turn in for the night, I want to talk about what we witnessed tonight in the Super Bowl. I know I didn't get a prediction in. The last couple weeks have been hectic. You guys are watching the stuff I've been uploading over the last week or so. You can see it's been a hectic week. We were doing the whole Disney thing, and that was the family's preoccupation. So, while it would have been more beneficial to me financially to do videos on the Super Bowl and all the matchups, there just wasn't enough time. Even on the Hockey Channel, I wasn't getting videos up the way I normally do. But tonight, the Kansas City Chiefs did something they have not done since 1969. They win the Super Bowl. 50 seasons in between Super Bowls, which makes it the longest drought that's been broken. Notice I said that's been broken. There may be a longer drought or two out there, but for Kansas City, theirs ends at 50 seasons. And this game was really unpredictable. And, honestly, 7-3 KC after the first. It's 10-10 at the half. San Francisco in the third quarter then goes up by 10. Here's where I think there's a problem with football. And I'm being honest. Holy crap. Do football players taunt and celebrate way too much? Over interceptions, touchdowns, way too much celebrating. It's almost basketball levels when you look at it. They make an interception, everybody gets together, they all pose, and they got the ball, and it's like, okay, have you won the game yet? No? Then how about you guys just be professional here and play the game? And this is where, they used to call this a little bit more. It feels like the NFL's relaxed the rules on celebrations. And again, that 21 points scored by Kansas City in the fourth quarter, all I kept thinking was, where's that pose from San Francisco now? Because KC stormed down and got it 3 times. Not that KC wasn't dancing and celebrating too, but at least in their case, I got it because they won the Super Bowl. At that point, you go, all right, that last touchdown, that's going to put them over the top. When they went ahead by 11, I'm like, all right, that's done. The thing that sort of got me was that they're ahead by 4, right, and they get the ball back. And the whole way through, the announcers are like, game's not over, game's not over. They got all their timeouts. And I kept saying aloud to the TV, but if Kansas City gets a first down, it's over. So if they run it a couple of times, get them to use their timeouts, and then get a first down, yeah, this is over. It's almost as if they're saying, please don't turn off your television sets. Please, we've got more commercial breaks coming up. We got all these commercials that companies have paid billions of dollars for. Please, for the love of all that's holy, don't turn off the game. So Kansas City ends up holding on and winning it. By holding on, I mean they bulldozed San Francisco. And I honestly thought Kansas City was going to blow it because I thought Mahomes, there were certain plays where when they're behind, he rushed it. And I thought, if he took an extra couple of seconds here, so they were playing hurry up offense, and I thought, if he just takes a couple more seconds on that play, maybe he doesn't overthrow the ball. If he takes a couple seconds here, probably doesn't throw the interception. It works out in the end, right? Quarterback comparisons, Garoppolo, 20 completions out of 31. He was almost perfect until the fourth quarter. 219 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Mahomes, who hadn't thrown an interception in a while, goes 26 for 42, 286 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and Mahomes was excellent when he needed to be. And again, I look at 26 completions out of 42. I think that completion rate would have been better if not for some rushed passes. The other thing that threw me off with San Francisco was when Mahomes would drop back for a pass, and he had like 10 free yards right here. And I'm thinking, okay, are they playing prevent defense? Because that's way too many yards to give a quarterback who can run with the ball. And Mahomes can run with the ball. So as soon as soon as I see on the TV that there's all this free yardage out there, I'm like, yeah, just run it. You just need a first down. It's right there. And they've given you 10 yards. Again, I thought San Francisco maybe celebrated a little bit too early. Thought this game was salted away, and it wasn't. And they're going to be kicking themselves over this result quite a bit. The MVP is Mahomes. He's the first quarterback under the age of 25 to win both the NFL MVP and the Super Bowl. And this is just, gravy for this kid. And the future is very, very bright for the Kansas City Chiefs as long as they've got Mahomes as their quarterback. Because again, while 286 yards is excellent, 26 for 42, I feel like those numbers could have been better. And I think Mahomes is going to get better. And the next time he goes to the Super Bowl, and I do think there'll be a next time, I would expect his completion rate to be a little bit higher. At halftime, of course, they had Jennifer Lopez and Shakira, and I did see parts of that halftime show. The only thing that throws me off with that is it feels like ever since the infamous Janet Jackson incident with Justin Timberlake, that they try to go with something really safe for the Super Bowl. This one felt like, there's a couple of wardrobe malfunctions that could potentially have happened. They didn't. This was a very safe show and entertaining, I guess, sure. But again, I don't know how current Shakira and Jennifer Lopez are, and that's something that ever since the Jackson Timberlake incident has been the case, where here's an older and safer act that maybe were really popular about 20 years ago, and that way we don't have to worry. So, that's why you're not going to see like a little Nas X out for this, even though he's more popular right now. Unless that song's already passé, in which case, that's too bad. 50 seasons between titles. The 49ers now are 5-2 in the Super Bowl. They have lost their last two. I'm old enough to remember when they were dominant in Super Bowls, and when they were up 20-10 in this, it felt really familiar. Garoppolo and the way that they were throwing the passes, the way that they were playing that kind of a West Coast offense, using an old 80s term here, it felt like the old Niners. It really did. And I thought this feels like the old Niners when they would start getting things going against the Broncos or against the Bills. And no, Kansas City didn't allow it to happen. They get 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Andy Reid is the 6th oldest coach to win a Super Bowl. I'm very happy for Andy Reid, a coach that has been around for a very long time, and it's nice to see him get a Super Bowl out of this. There are a lot of really good stories. And while the Niners winning would have been a good story as well, and I know there were a lot of people cheering for the Niners and the Chiefs, and overall it seemed like everything was pretty even. This was a pretty evenly matched Super Bowl when you looked at the overall numbers. And this result proves that, it was a very even Super Bowl, that San Francisco was leading, and then Kansas City proved we like to be behind to start fourth quarters. We like to spot the other team with the lead so we can have the big dramatic comeback. John Elway would be very proud of what happened here tonight, because it feels very much like a John Elway comeback that we saw tonight to win the Super Bowl. So there you go. Kansas City's the champ. Kansas City are the champs. And for San Francisco, they'll be back, I would think. And whatever happens from here, we'll see. The one thing is, of course, there are a lot of teams that will be trying to knock these guys off the pedestal that they're on right now. And we'll see. So let me know what you guys thought if you watched the game. If anything surprised you in said game, and what your favorite part was. I was asked as well about the commercials. I get the Canadian feed for commercials, so I don't get to see all the fun ones that the American side gets to see. I'll see those commercials over the next couple of days. I don't know how they can be any better than the Liberty Mutual or the Geico commercials that I see regularly during hockey games. Those are my favorite commercials ever. The one with, for some reason, the Liberty Mutual commercial with the struggling actor who is saying Liberty Mutual and he can't get it. And then there's the one part where he goes, what if I riff? And then he says, what if I come out of the water? And what if I come out of the water? I'm thinking, wait, in an insurance commercial? It's just, I don't know why, but that line makes me laugh every single time. It's just the way he delivers it. I think it's the greatest commercial on TV right now that's not a Geico commercial. Geico commercials are the best. The Woodchucks, just wow. So I didn't get to see any of the Super Bowl commercials tonight that everybody's going to be talking about, but I'll see them over the next couple of days. And of course, they usually go into regular rotation anyways. There was a fun Chrissy Teigen, John Legend one that they had that I thought was funny, and I thought this is probably one of those ones that's premiering in the States as well. But other than that, I didn't really see a whole lot. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you thought. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And yes, the NFL's been a big enough success on this channel that I will continue to cover it next season. And there is plenty more for me to cover on this channel from here going forward. And once the NHL gets to the playoffs and it's not like 13 or 15 games in a night, it's way easier for me to produce content for this channel, including some really fun stuff I have coming up involving my favorite band. And of course, the shirt I'm wearing right now is one that we got in Disneyland it's first order, because I got one for the Resistance, and I was like, well, I need to get one that's first order as well, because why not? So there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happen upon this video, and hey, thank you guys for all your support. It was a fun football season, and I'm very, very happy to see Kansas City win one. I'm always happy when I see a team win one that has a very long-suffering fan base, and Kansas City, very long-suffering fan base. I feel you, Jets fans. I do. I know, but Kansas City, long-suffering as well. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.